Deadly virus, a city at risk, two unlikely heroes, and it's all inside this man's body. This summer, we're going into a body under attack from a killer virus.
I'm contagious.
You're busted! Give it up! Oh! Why you hit so hard?
It's the action comedy that gets under your skin,
You have entered the city of Frank.
into your stomach, and up your nose.
Just the way I like it. Extra disgusting.
Please, you're going to make me vomit.
Oh no, not again.
Chris Rock,
You're dealing with a white blood cell here.
Molly Shannon,
What is it? I mean, what is it? What do you want?
Chris Elliott,
Smell.
and Bill Murray.
Hey, have some class, will you?
Oh my god, I've got the giggles.
Osmosis Jones,
I wonder what this does.
Dad,
I'm feeling better already.
he's coming, man.
Check it out.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 10 of Podcasting Crime. My name is Cleve.
My name is Michael.
Today, we are reviewing a buddy cop movie, for sure. Kind of. I don't even have any jokes to lead into it. It's just Osmosis Jones.
It is. It's just Osmosis Jones.
Yeah,
It's a movie.
it is a movie.
Which, Drix and Osmosis Jones try to save the body of a Mr. Frank. God, I can't even remember his fucking last name.
That didn't matter, does it?
No.
Osmosis Jones is a white blood cell police officer who fights germs and locks them up. I never saw a jail. Anyway, and Drix is a cold pill that the body Frank consumes, and they work together to get a virus out of Frank's body.
How is Bill Murray not even listed as a top actor in this movie?
He didn't do a lot.
He did enough to make me almost hate the film.
Did he? So we'll take a small segment out of Podcasting Crime to talk about how much I'm sure you hated him as a father. Because I know I was watching it and I was like, I know Michael's riled up about this shit already. I can already tell.
I could have done without the whole thing. We didn't need him as a character. We could have had a random scene in the very beginning of someone eating something they shouldn't have eaten, and then just completely cut to the city.
But then
And never gone back.
But then you wouldn't have gotten that killer scene at the end where
I'm supposed to be happy that a piece of shit dad somehow lived and is gonna sort of be better.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a film in which I hated Bill Murray more, and I really disliked Life Aquatic.
He was funny though.
And Life Aquatic.
And I laughed at him. I laughed at him in this. We're not judging him. It's a buddy cop movie.
Let's talk about the buddy cops. So Drix is the straight by the book kind of guy, and Osmosis Jones is the fly by the seat of his pants kind of fella.
Osmosis Jones is voiced by Chris Rock in the movie, and David Hyde Pierce, the brother in the show Frasier,
Niles.
is Drix. Yeah, Niles. And Brandy's in here.
Well,
the star-studded cast, I want to say.
Yeah, there was Kid Rock was in it,
and John C. You remember John C? Apparently, this movie was dedicated to him. I didn't see that anywhere.
I did not either.
But once it was done, I turned it off. Lawrence Fishburne's in it.
Lawrence Fishburne is in it as the bad guy.
Who I feel like I can't tell it's him when I listen to his voice. William Shatner's in it
as the mayor.
Ron Howard's in it
as the candidate running for mayor.
You know who you remind me of was Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah, I got
a lot.
kind of the same vibe. Yeah, Uncle Cracker was in it. He was also in the band with
I was gonna
Josie
say,
and
I know
Kid
it was
Rock.
like Kid Rock's whole band. Why this? Okay, I want to take a moment because we talk about sometimes with the buddy cops like the jazz music and stuff. This soundtrack was swinging for the fences, and I don't know why. This soundtrack had it all. I don't know. This is a Warner Brothers animation film, and I don't know. I guess they just owned this music already, but
Oh, I'm sure a
it
lot
had
of it was that.
it had bangers in it. Maybe not the Kid Rock song. I definitely didn't enjoy that one. I'm going to read off the Saint Lunatics drama. Brandy had a song on there. Solange, Craig David, I don't know who that is. R. Kelly, De La Soul, Kid Rock, Trick Daddy, Nappy Roots. Uncle Cracker had a song. I feel like I heard Mystical, but I don't see him listed.
There was a lot of music in it in general.
There was.
As far as a buddy cop film, it very much played close to the vest. Like it was very much the same formula we're used to at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Wild, crazy cop Chris Rock, doesn't follow the rules and did some things even though he was in the right, but the world thought he was in the wrong. So, he's put on the bench and he thinks he can do better. And then he gets kicked off the force and then goes and still saves the world.
I'm so sorry. Solange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's how you say it. Solange.
Mm-hmm.
Is Beyonce's sister. And her song, it was written by Beyonce. I'm in a soundtrack just dead hole in here. It was so like, and none of the music seemed to fit, by the way. I think it's why I wanted to talk about the music, but like, all right, I guess
it was very much a, hey, we've got this song, do you want to run it?
So many people in it. There were so many people in the anyway.
So many people.
Yeah, I think that it followed all the cliches down to the "Don't touch my radio."
Yes, good old "Don't touch my radio."
Talk to a white blood cell here. That was a line.
Do we want to talk about how the white blood cells were the cops?
And they all seemed white except for Osmosis Jones.
Except for Osmosis Jones,
who was the fuck up,
who grew up in the butt crack.
He did grow up in the butt crack. That was a long joke. That was a long joke.
Also, the joke about going down to the hemorrhoid to get illegal papers.
Yep.
It's not a bad film. It's short.
It's not set in good old New England.
It is short and it is very much
an hour and a half.
Way.
Can you explain to me how they made Bill Murray look so greasy all the time?
I think that's how he naturally looks.
I don't know, because he didn't look greasy like they bathed him, but like the whole movie, I'm like, this man looks like he has been sweating nonstop since the
he constantly looks sickly, which is the point. It's supposed to be that essentially the subplot to this, the uncop story to this, is that he eats poorly. His wife had died, and him and his daughter are trying to get by, and unfortunately he's eating poorly because of a mistake that Osmosis Jones made, and he got fired. So now he doesn't take care of his body, and because of that, he's going to die if he doesn't take care of himself better, and allows for a lot of sicknesses to happen to him. Along comes a monkey putting a fucking boiled egg in its mouth, and then him going, "This is fine," and eats it.
After it was in his mouth, it fell in the cage, and then he picked up and ate it.
I was so angry because I thought I remembered it correctly, and I thought it was that he ate an egg salad sandwich out of a vending machine.
That's Futurama.
Thank you. Thank
you. Okay, so Bill Murray is gross. I laughed at some of the things he did, but okay. I want to talk about Lawrence Fishburne real quick. The villain, the Thrax, the virus, fucking terrifying.
Solid villain. Not for children. This whole cartoon was not for children.
I'm watching it and I was like, fuck, did I watch this as a kid? Is that why I think weird things? This man was straight murdering people. Like,
and like it deformed them in like horrible, horrific ways.
I like straight murder. Like, I don't. There's some buddy cops I think where nobody dies. These people were getting these germs and whatever they were. This white blood cells, blue blood, or red blood cells, whatever. They were getting fucking murdered.
That's the
Like,
difference. When I used to sell video games, people would come in and be like, I want to get Grand Theft Auto, and I'd have to be, the typical like, hey, just to let you know, like this is not appropriate for Jimmy. There's a lot in it. Well, what about this game? It would show me like fucking similar, Halo or something similar with lots of violence or whatever in it. Like, yeah, well, there's violence in that too. Yeah, but like he's killing aliens, right? I'm like, yeah. So no people? I'm like, no people. Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay. Fuck me. Yeah, you're right.
the gun still works the same.
Shit, you still see the blood ripping everywhere, but anyway.
So Thrax's plan is to make himself look like he's just a regular common cold, and before you know it, he will turn up the entire temperature of Frank's body and kill Frank. So this fucking virus wants to essentially destroy the universe. Like, if you think about it, like I saw this weird thing where I can't say the number to you, but the amount of people, the population of the city of Frank is 78, 899, 293, 934, 872, 302, 827, 438. I don't know if that has anything to do with the amount of blood cells in your system or whatever, because science, but that's how many people he was trying to murder at one time, along with an actual physical person. So
all within 48 hours.
So you say that, though they were killing, they weren't killing people. He was trying to kill a person. He was trying to kill a man. Not a great man, but still a life.
She would have been better off in the system.
And he already had murdered several people leading up to Frank. Why Frank gets to live and like not some little girl that he fucking got
in
into.
Riverside. Yeah.
Which on a scale might be the most terrifying villain that we've reviewed on this fucking podcast in crime.
Most of them are absolute idiots, just goobers.
This man wanted, and also, can we talk about for a moment how 98.6 is a perfect temperature, but if you get to 106, it's like fatal death. The body is so strange and terrifying. That is not a lot of numbers in between. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I mean, I think it's at 105. You can begin to cause permanent brain damage.
Yeah, you can fucking fry your brain.
Yeah.
There were a lot of jokes in here that I really liked that had to do with like the body. There were a lot of jokes I didn't like where we kind of made a lot of the germs Hispanic for some reason.
We did.
And like once
mainly the ones that came like sneaking in.
We ain't on Telemundo, and I was like, I don't like that. That feels like
a Chris Rock kind of joke.
It does, but I was like, it's just it hits real awkwardly. I felt like they did a pretty good job of making this movie suspenseful, considering what it was. Like, again, all thanks to Thrax and Lawrence Fishburne's performance, but like, seeing him for the first time and him like slowly spreading shit, I thought they did well.
No, he is definitely the most menacing villain we've come across thus far. And, really well thought out his plan, unlike a lot of other villains.
Yeah, he got it down from like, I killed someone in 3 weeks to like, now I'm pretty sure I can do it in 48 hours. And for the record, this germ is never like identified. One, in the movie, and two, like for us, like they said it's supposed to be like I can't remember what they called it.
They called him the Red Death,
right? But they did. It's supposed to be like a weaponized strain. They theorize it's a weaponized strain of scarlet fever, but that's not confirmed. But yeah, this motherfucker was taking people like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't like the Telemundo joke, but like when they were questioning the guy who's supposed to be like he talks to the cops. I can't remember what they call those. What do they call those? The crook who also an informant.
Yeah.
He was like, "You can't touch me. I'm in the virus protection program." And I was like, "That's a good joke." It's a good joke. I'll just call it what it is. There was a chicken pox fight, which I felt about.
There was a lot of body humor, like a lot of farts and zits and odor.
There was a lot of odor. I think the love story was fucking trash.
Well, it was really weird. Like, I don't remember that love story existing in this movie, but like, it was super like she wanted nothing to do with him, and then all of a sudden was like, all right, cool, like maybe this could be a thing again.
Well, and then like he was gonna risk his life, but before he did, he kissed her, and I'm like, she never like hinted that this was okay. And then she was good with him when he came back, but like he had already kissed her and then he saved the world. Not that is like, it's time to give it up, girl, because I saved the world. But there was nothing that really led to it. Was an afterthought for sure. He does call her Brandy once. I don't know if you heard that.
I did.
And apparently that was on purpose. And they were like, that's fine, we'll just leave it. I thought the commissioner was a average, normal commissioner. You messed up again, Jones, and blah, 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 blah.
Very much a Lethal Weapon commish.
I did also see somewhere where they said that David Hyde Pierce was hired for the role of Drix because he was, this is a quote from them, the whitest white man they could find. Which, yeah.
That's that is a solid thesis on him. That would be how I would describe that man. He does a good job. I mean, he's very dry and I'm here to do my job and I'm,
I think that everyone did all right. I think Brandy's character gave the least, but then if you don't have her, it's just as fucking every blood cells guy.
That's fair. I don't know did we even see another female?
I don't think so.
Could have like a female germ or anything.
Did you know that Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart were possible choices for Thrax? There's a whole list. You want me to read the whole list?
I think Fishburne was like a good choice.
He you know what? I think I couldn't even recognize him, and I think that speaks to how good he was.
Yeah, I think out of all this, I think the best part of the movie was definitely the villain.
Will Smith was almost Chris Rock, and I'm like, there's something about Will Smith doing fucking not great animated movies. Like, I don't know what your deal is, but like you want on them so bad. I don't get it.
Shark Tale was solid. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it was not.
He did a whole car wash scene, and it was beautiful.
The only thing that might maybe save that movie is fucking Jack Black, but Jack Black almost saves everything. Like, you can't do more than 15 seconds to that song.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, like, all in all, so as far as cops go, great cops.
I think above and beyond.
Because as Thrax pointed out, nobody had ever thought twice about what was going on. Nobody had even contemplated that it might be something other than the cold before everybody died.
Well, the mayor is also super covering it up, but
But Osmosis is the first one to ever figure something out. And Drix, who theoretically, as far as the universe is concerned, was only supposed to be a 24-hour pill that was supposed to help with fucking mild agitation, somehow became the cure and help for fucking everything else going on.
I think this is the first, maybe second episode that had a show after, which was a continuation. And it was you mentioned to me Ozzy and Drix, which I completely forgot about. But the only one I think maybe might be Turner and Hooch. I think is a continuation and not a remake.
It is a continuation of the film.
Yeah, I would have loved to have gotten an animated Theodore Rex.
Yeah,
I think that the fucking white blood cell left the whole body to fucking try to save him. So the virus gets in, he's causing the cold. They're like, this doesn't seem like a cold to me. They figure out what the plan is. and the villain, just if the pill's not there, if Drix isn't there, this villain succeeds.
Yeah, 100%.
But because he's got like a Mega Man arm and Osmosis Jones can turn into whatever by shape shifting his body, Drix shoots him out of Frank's mouth and they tussle and he gets back in and they land in the girl's eye, which was gross as fuck. They fight there. The villain falls in acid, which is also another terrifying scene. Like this, I don't know how this was for kids.
It reminds me much of the judge in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes. Yes.
Like the same level of like, God, should I be watching this as a child?
And then Frank dies because what the thing that the virus took, Osmosis has, he's not in the body, and he gets back to the body because the daughter is crying over him, which like he falls into the tear and goes in, which gross. But like I guess if I gotta eat a tear to live.
In fairness, he was working in some really gross areas, so
yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing that he's eaten for sure. Also, Molly Shannon's in this, and again, it doesn't need to be at all.
This was her time though. This is right around Superstar.
I think this is the first time that Bill Murray and the fuck is his name?
Take My Strong Hand guy.
Yes.
Take my strong hand. That's all I ever fucking imagine.
I mean, he was in Schitt's Creek, but yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
That too. Chris Elliott. The first time they've been on scene together since Groundhog Day, which I forgot that they were in that together too.
Yep.
Yeah, but amazing cops. Amazing cop. Good movie. We're not reviewing that.
It's okay.
Amazing cops. Amazing cops.
Yeah. I think they were fantastic cops. They get to keep their badge. Shit, they might need to run a fucking clinic for some of the other cops we've reviewed.
I might make you commissioner at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
I forgot all about that show. Ozzy and Drix.
It was, like I said, it was not bad from what I remember.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything.
And I've even watched some clips of it. It's
held up.
Yeah.
Who voiced them in that, I wonder?
Phil Lamar was Drix, and there was Ozzy. I just looked at Drix's name. Jeff Bennett.
There was also an Ozzy and Drix video game, and I think that might be your speedrun calling, because there's no way on this God Green planet that someone has tried to speedrun that.
The voice of his love interest is done a lot of voice acting.
It's on the Game Boy Advance, Michael.
You're supposed to get Haltom, man.
Come on. You can do this. Oh, hold on a second. He was Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, he sure was.
Legend, then. Legend.
He was also in the Animaniacs, someone named Luis, but
who wasn't in the Animaniacs?
That's fair.
Just for the record, I know that you're turning it down, but for the record, if you were to speedrun the game, just attempting it and beating it and submitting your time, you're third place. The world record is 21 minutes, 29 seconds, and 620 milliseconds. Second place is 36 minutes, 55 seconds.
Guys, they're great cops. They get to keep their badge. We're gonna keep them in. It was an okay movie. I don't think it's for anybody anymore. I think there's better movies out there, but
for sure, yeah, for sure there are. If you want to fucking like teach your kid why you shouldn't eat shit off the ground, we can watch this movie.
Fair. Other than that,
you know what? I do feel like there were parts that were educational, not super educational.
Don't eat oysters at a kid's fair.
Did you know? Yeah. Did you know that there was a cut scene where they were going to go to the Gonads gym and there was sperm working out? How does that make you feel?
I'm so glad they kept that out. I'm so fucking glad
they did it because they went from PG-13 and they wanted to make it to PG, so they cut it. Anyway, great cops. If you enjoy the podcast and crime, let us know down in the comments below. Hit us up on our social medias. We have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all Friendship Supreme, except Twitter has no eyes. All eyes go to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Friendship Supreme. If you didn't like it, Let us know why in the comments down below. You can hit us up on our social medias. We're probably gonna still do it, but you can definitely let us know what we can do to make it better for you. Or if you have a buddy cop movie that you think we should do. So far, we have done Collision Course, Theodore Rex, Samurai Cop, Taxi, Lethal Weapon, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, Turner and Hooch, The Last Boy Scout, Cop Out, and officially Osmosis Jones.
It's tough when Stop or My Mom Will Shoot is one of the better ones.
It wasn't terrible. I've been Cleve.
I'm Michael.
Thank you for joining Podcast and Crime. We'll see you next time. Dun, dun, dun. The movie hasn't aged well. There are better movies out there. But let me tell you, there are no better cops out there than Ozzy and Drix. After reviewing the case, it's very clear this buddy cop movie goes down as one of the best. Just keep it away from the bad boys. Case closed.